just amazing to me that we can do this from little old Montana. So, but I'd like to welcome you this morning and to introduce my friend and mentor. And when I made up the little invite graphic, if you got to see that, it was our Heart of Gold leader. And I don't mean that, in any kind of cutesy little way, because in truth, this woman does have a heart of gold, and she has been such an amazing blessing to everybody that knows her, but particularly her team and whatnot. So, and she's got a great story, especially with all she's juggling right now. So, Jennifer Johnson in Lolo, Montana, or Missoula, Montana, I guess. I'm so glad that you've managed to scrape out some time for us today.
Well, I love spending time with you guys, and I'm glad it worked out too. I'm actually in my homeschool room right now. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm sitting at my kid's desk right now. I kicked my son out of this room and made him go sleep in the basement so that we could have a place to homeschool, because I didn't see myself homeschooling again. I used to homeschool our kids for 8 years ago, and never imagined I'd be doing it again. But after one little semester of distant learning, I said I would never do that again, and we will homeschool. Very different, very different. So it's been such a blast, but I did this room up just super simple, and now I love being in it. So I kind of kick the kids out, and I'm like, now you need to go do your homework somewhere else, not in your room, because I love being in here. So thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be with you guys. Like Sue said, I am joining you from Lolo, or Missoula, Montana. I'll show you guys. It's a little windy out there, but it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So you have been invited on here today. I usually say today, to hear a little bit about a company called Q Sciences. And I will just start to share my screen with you guys a little bit, to show you a little bit about me first before we just dive in. I'm very close to saying 5 teenagers, but I do not have 5 teenagers yet. I have 4 teenagers. My daughter will be 12 next week. But we are very busy, but we're not so busy to where we feel like we're going crazy. We choose our schedule, so I can't blame anyone else. You'll never hear me complain about being busy. That's just a big pet peeve of mine, because I'm in charge of our schedule. So I can't complain about it. But I will say I am grateful for COVID. And I don't mean that in a very insensitive way, but all of our boys and our daughter are in traveling sports. And so last spring, we just had a beautiful time to take a break from that and do way more camping than we've ever done this summer. And the timing was perfect, because we got to spend tons of time with my oldest right before we took him to college. So I'm just super grateful for some of those moments in life that you get a reset button or a pause button. And that's what I feel like COVID has done for us. And I'm just so, so grateful. We love everything outdoors. We're always hiking, camping, fishing. We'd love to travel to anywhere else outdoors, but it is kind of disappointing when you go anywhere else because we really live in the most beautiful place. I go visit friends and they're like, isn't it gorgeous here? And I'm like, okay. But it truly is. We live in the most beautiful place and we try to be out in it, but we don't live here because of the economy. It is very difficult to earn money here in Montana, and most people have 2 or 3 jobs. So my husband graduated pharmacy school, and we decided to stay, and he got a job as a pharmacist, right away. That was 20 years ago, which is crazy. And he still is a pharmacist actually in Sue's town, in a cute little pharmacy over there. And so, but we learned quickly that to take 7 people skiing and snowboarding all winter is expensive, and to feed all of them is expensive. And so we learned very quickly that one stream of income just wasn't going to cut it for us. So I fell into network marketing. I won't give you that story today, but I am so in love with it when it's done correctly. And I think with like anything else, we always know people or have experienced something to where maybe it wasn't done correctly. And so I have a passion about really showing people how it's done. And that's really the only reason I came to this company. I actually walked away from the industry as a whole for a little bit. And I only came back because of the values of this company and how it supports and is in alignment with everything that our family believes. So if I were to ask you guys, and I'd love for you guys to unmute as well, since we have, somewhat of a smaller group, I'd love to ask, especially for the guests on today, like, what is your biggest concern right now? Obviously, COVID is really big out there, but what's your biggest concern if I asked you with anxiety, sleep, energy, maybe immunity or pain? What would be the biggest thing that is kind of on your mind or takes up? For me, it's when I lay flat at night. That's when all the worries come. That's why I love our sleep spray, because I don't seem to have worries when I'm standing vertical. But the minute I lay down is when everything rushes to me. So I'm curious for you guys, what is your biggest thing that's on your mind or that kind of floods your mind when you lay down at night? And you guys can just unmute and I'm okay with waiting too. Anybody?
Well, if our guests are shy, or maybe they're just otherwise in the middle of a very critical point of dinner,
Yeah, that's okay.
dinner prep. One of the things that I will just throw out there is that I was super concerned about my health a few years back, and
Right.
just in general supporting it, and inflammation, which is kind of like a big deal. So
Yeah,
that was top of mind. That kept
I
me
love it.
awake.
And Sue, I think your story is actually very common, and a lot of people don't realize. I mean, you knew it was inflammation, but I think a lot of people don't even realize what is causing their pain and their discomfort. And so I actually will bring you back on to give us your story of what you experienced, because just being your friend and watching that was actually really exciting. It's one of my favorite parts about this business. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about this company. They were founded in 2012. So we really have solid financial backing. There's actually two owners, and I actually know both of them very well. One of them is a great friend of mine and a personal mentor of mine. And this is Mr. Mark Wilson. He's one of the owners. He's our founder and CEO. And then this is Mr. Jake Spencer. He's also a co-owner, and he's our president. And what I love about both of these gentlemen, I really wish they were on the same page, is they are both very different. They're absolute opposites, but they are equally competitive and very smart and aggressive in protecting their families, which again, when I was saying our values are in alignment with each other, when you hear Mr. Mark Wilson talk about his grandkids and things like that, it's pretty exciting. Now, he actually has a granddaughter who is autistic, and she was non-speaking when she got onto one of our products, and she actually started saying a few words. And that's really what made him thrust into this business and being able to really make a difference in people's lives. And he truly is one of the most gentle, humble men, let alone CEOs, that I've ever met. And Mr. Jake Spencer is, I wouldn't say gentle describes him very well, but he's definitely a dynamic leader and mentor. And he has taken his 14 years of experience in the field, taking a huge company global. He's a millionaire in the industry. And he's taken all of that experience over to the corporate side. So his vision, which I absolutely love, and I think it's so ingenious, is he wants us to build this company. In other words, he wants us to have a say in what products we carry, what products we stop carrying, what the marketing, the labeling looks like. He wants us to have a say, so much so that last week I was on a Zoom. I'm part of a thing called an equity council with the company. And I was on a Zoom with the top income earners and this equity council. And we had all of our children on the Zoom with us because he wanted all of us and the marketing executive to decide on the labeling for our new kids line. And so all of our kids got to vote right there on the Zoom. And it was so exciting because they made a decision right there. According to, I had two of my kids' heads peeking over my shoulders. And, and now my kids are actually participating in the label. I can't say anything else. I just realized I'm recording this. So it's kind of exciting to see that they want to involve our families in the marketing and all that good stuff. So this is Dr. Stephen Kimberly, and he is a naturopath, and he's also a board certified specialist in internal medicine. Okay, I'll just say this. He is our main guy. He is the one that formulates a lot of our products. Anything that we carry has to go through his fingers. He's been formulating herbal blends for over 35 years. He actually left his post as a senior editor at WebMD for 12 years to come partner with Mr. Mark Wilson. So it's really exciting to see, like, we have some amazing people leading this company. And for me, that means it's a safe place to build. And then when you talk about products, oh my gosh, effective, quintessential, really this is what people need to have those better relationships, to feel better, to get rid of that. I mean, how good of a wife are we? Are we all women on here? I think so. How good of wives are we when we're exhausted, right? When we didn't get enough sleep? What about when we're sick and we don't feel good? What about when we don't have enough energy? Right? How good of a mom can we be when we're hurting? How hard is it when you see your children hurting, when you see your children struggling? These are all things that we get to be a part of, and it's so, so exciting. So this is our full suite of products that you see right here. The top is our hemp line, and then along with our sprays, and then the bottom is our nutraceuticals. I'm not going to go into all of these right now, you guys. I'm going to actually focus on one particular product today. Well, two. I can't get off of the Zoom without talking about this one. So this is our main product kit, if you will. This is like the base, and then you can build and personalize from there. This is our Q Core. It includes the Max, the Align, and your probiotics. Now, this is everything that you need to get all of your vitamins, minerals, amino acids. This is going to give you that. It's called the brain hack, really. For me, it elevated my mood and it stabilized it. The Align is our anti-inflammatory. I never knew how awesome this was until I ran out. When I ran out, about 4 days after I ran out, I would get up in the morning and I kid you not, was creaking and popping. Like, had to get up and like slowly unpop my body to get to the bathroom, and like, wow. I do try to work out pretty aggressively, but I've never struggled with muscle recovery while I was on the Align. But without the Align, mama was creaking. So I'm so grateful to have that Align back. And then our probiotic, of course. It does not matter how many awesome supplements we take, how healthy we eat. If our gut is not in alignment and it doesn't have good gut flora and bad flora, like all mixed together, then your body is not going to know how to absorb nutrition. And so it's so, so vital that you get your gut in check. But I want to stop really quick right here and bring Sue back on, because when we first got started, well, I'll let her tell how it went down. But when I introduced the business to her, her first words were quite comical. But in a more serious note, I knew things that nobody else knew and what she was struggling with. And to see what these products did to her, and to see the transformation, how connected it was with her physical well-being and her emotional well-being, was like everything I needed to move forward with this company. So Sue, would you mind sharing your story with us?
Sure. I'll keep it kind of brief and not go into all the gory details, but it was 2016 that I started having some crazy health issues. And I have never been a supplement girl. I have never been into taking pills and vitamins and all that kind of stuff. And as a matter of fact, that was the comical statement when Jen first approached me with this business, but also with the products. And I was like, well, great. I know you. You're an amazing leader. I'll follow you anywhere. I know her husband, who's a pharmacist, vetted the products. I'm like, great. Just tell me I don't have to take a bunch of pills. Well, and she pretty much just laughed at me and she's like, well, but we do have other options. But anyway, I knew this was the product grouping that I really needed to start with, and that's what I did. And there's some words and verbiage that I really can't say here, but in truth, there was so much unknown with my health that the amount of stress over not knowing how serious it was, and it involved my brain, and it involved, MRI scans and all this crazy stuff going on, and it was frightening. It was frightening, and it was very stressful, to the point where I was almost having like pass out panic attacks at one point. So in comes these products. I started taking them. About 2 weeks in, I did notice feeling just a little more balanced mentally, not quite so crazed, but that whole being on the edge of fight or flight feeling that I had was like a live electric wire in my gut. And if anybody's ever been there, they know exactly what I'm talking about. But 3 weeks in, it was amazing, because I realized that whole feeling in my gut was entirely gone. And the only difference was these vitamins. And the thing that's actually cool and lucky for all of those that are taking a look at this is these products have been improved to an even greater level since 2 years ago when I did this. So amazing stuff. I can't say enough. And I'm kind of a lifer on these.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Sue. And so, yeah, this is where everyone starts. This is the core, and then you can personalize and build on from there. And you might have different seasons in your life where, like, let's say our hormones are really raging or whatever, and we're having night sweats and hot flashes. Well, then we have something for that. Or let's say you're just in a really stressful season and you need some hemp oil and, to help with the anxiety and the stress and the calming effects that provides. So we really can do all kinds of different things with our products. But I want to show you guys something really quickly. Right here on the right-hand side is our brand new broad spectrum CBD, powdered CBD. It has 0 THC. And I'm super excited to introduce these, mostly because right now at my kids' ages, my focus is my children. And I want to make sure that they are staying hydrated in their sports, that their immunities are staying boosted, that they, during homeschool, we're all going to be sipping that peach lemonade one. Let me just tell you, we always all take our hemp before we even start homeschool. So now this is going to be even more helpful. So let me share something with you guys. Really, really exciting stuff. I actually got to taste these in Salt Lake City a couple weeks ago. And confession. I can't say this without giving my confession. I'm a sugar addict. Hi, I'm Jen, and I'm addicted to sugar. So I know it, and I honestly don't fight it, because I choose my battles at where I'm at in life right now, right? So every now and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to go off sugar, and it lasts for like maybe 8 hours. But this is really, I'm excited about this because there's 3 different flavors and 3 different benefits. So it's a CBD water enhancing variety pack that we just launched yesterday. And let me tell you about the first one. Now, this one's called Crave, and they put the flavor on there as berry smoothie. But I have another confession. It truly is not berry smoothie. It's blueberry cotton candy, which totally makes sense of why I'm addicted to it. But the marketing department realized that blueberry cotton candy is not a very good health label. So we named it berry smoothie, whatever. Let's call it for what it is. It's blueberry cotton candy. There's no added sugars. You can see there's 0 sugars actually. And in that one, I believe there is 5 calories in that one. So this helps curb your appetite, which is really, really exciting. And like I said, it tastes so good. Actually, Jake Spencer, who I mentioned to you, he's similar to me, whereas every time we eat, we crave something sweet. Well, he has actually lost weight just drinking on this crave all day. So if I know this would probably taste a little too sweet for some people, but if you're like me, where you like sweet stuff, this one's amazing. And just if you're craving that little something sweet after dinner, it's perfect. And of course, there's no caffeine or anything, right? So hydrate, I'm really excited for my kids. This promotes hydration and supports recovery. It actually has electrolytes in it. This is called Juicy Grape. My mouth's actually watering thinking about it. That's funny. It's really tasty. I actually mixed both the Crave and the Hydrate together like the entire time I was in Salt Lake. And then of course, peach lemonade. This supports stress relief and helps calm anxiety, that kind of thing. It's got some really great added ingredients in it as well. Lemon balm powder and passion flower, which is really cool. Back to the hydrate one, it has potassium, magnesium, coconut water powder. I mean, it's a phenomenal mixes that are all natural, no soy, no GMO, gluten-free, vegan, all of that stuff. So we're really, really excited to launch this product and specifically to launch it with some specials. So let me show you guys some specials that are happening. And let me say also, if you don't drink enough water, this is an excellent way to increase your water intake. I know my husband has a hard time drinking enough water, and so he actually drinks our sport mixes all day long. And so this is just another added. A lot of us get sick of flavors and things like that. So this is a great way to increase your water intake as well. So right now, so the variety pack where you get 30 satchels of each, 30 satchels and then 10 of each flavor. That's $75. But right now we have promo packs where you can buy 2 and get 1 free for $150, which is craziness. You can also buy 4 and get 2 free. And then you can buy 6 and get 4 free for $425. Now, what's interesting about this, I know we have some guests on here and some business builders, but what's interesting about these promo packs is you could, if you think like a business person and you are right now thinking about maybe joining us, I want you to really think outside the box with these packs, because you could literally save $325 on that bottom pack and turn around and sell those. You could sell them. You could sell samples. You could break up the packs and actually sell samples to people. You could sell the packs themselves for $75, and you could actually make money on your purchase of the promo packs, including the commissions that you would make when you purchase it under a customer account, like a spouse or something. So I get so excited at some of these business hacks that we can do, of really like, hey, this is a great way to make money. When they launch out promotions like this and they slash the prices by 50%, this is such a phenomenal way to make our commissions and to make money on the packs too. So I am super, super excited. Did I not even show those? Did you guys see those? Were you seeing those when I was talking? Hopefully you can see that. Okay, good. So anyway, those are the packs right there. That you can see the prices. And then also the other promotion that we're having right now, again, focused on our kids. And why are we focused so much on kids and grandkids and things like that? Because next month, Q Sciences is launching into a brand new line, a kids line, which I'm super pumped about it. I actually have stuff in my living room that my kids are working on that they're sending to corporate as part of the marketing. That's all I'm going to say. So super exciting. So when we think about building immune systems, these sprays are phenomenal. So our oral sprays, actually you spray them under the tongue for fast absorption. This package includes 3 of the most vital ones that we need for immunity boosting and for your kids. 3 of the vitamin D3, 3 of the B12, and 3 of the vitamin C plus zinc. So really, really exciting that we get to offer these discounts and really promote immunities and all that good stuff. So I'm just going to wrap us up, you guys, because we've had an awesome opportunity to kind of talk about everything. Oh, real quick. I cannot forget this. Let's see. I actually have another little extra something for you that I want to share with you guys. in case you're like me and you like little freebies, we are actually giving away a really cute 16-ounce tumbler when you purchase that first promo pack, when you're purchasing the 2. And so you get actually put into a drawing for one of these cute tumblers. They're actually really nice. They're pretty large, they're sturdy, and they've got a reusable straw, and they're adorable. So just so you know that that is happening for our customers as well. So let's wrap this up, and then I'll answer questions at the end. If you guys have questions, you can throw them in the chat box, and then I will go take a look at those before we wrap up. So obviously there's a few things happening right now with our business, and that is the hemp industry is exploding, expected to grow to 22 billion in the next couple of years. We also have COVID, which has actually created quite an opportunity for people that are wanting to work from home. They don't want to go back to the workforce. They want to be able to work from home, but they don't know how. They don't know where to start. So we have an option for them, and we have everything that we do. We walk them through every step of the way. Also, people don't want to go into the stores to buy their products. They want to purchase their products through an e-commerce site. And then the fourth one is that people are more open to living a holistic lifestyle than ever before. So we have like this perfect storm that is offering an amazing opportunity for us. So the enrollment is $40 to get started as an ambassador. You get everything with this. You get your website, you get to experience the app for free for 30 days. We're in over 18 different countries. You can be building into Sweden and Germany and Australia, New Zealand, and the UK. Like, you can literally live and raise your kids where you choose to and still tap into other economies. It's absolutely ingenious, especially for moms. So the other thing that you'll want to do is purchase your own products. But what I love about our customer rewards, for you as a business builder, if you choose to partner with us, your customers don't have to be on auto ship, but instead we actually give them points every time they have their product on an auto ship. So we're not dinging them for not having an auto ship, but we want to reward the ones that do. And so they get to use these points to use towards free product, which is phenomenal. What that means to you as a business, as you're building volume and you're building your e-commerce sites, those customers are going to want to keep coming back every month, because if they cancel their auto ship, their rewards are flushed down the toilet. So we've got these little built-in things that really help us build a sustainable business. So the last thing I want to leave you with is our financial freedom movement. Sue and I both have taken advantage of this. I actually am meeting with my financial coach right now once a week. We have like insurance plans and things that are coming due. I didn't realize I signed up for term insurance and it's expiring. I signed up 20 years ago. That's insane. So those kind of things where you're like, I'm so busy trying to raise my family, I forget about those things. So we got to like redo some of our life insurance, and she's helping me through all of that. And we're always changing. So we need someone in our corner. That's free to me. That's free to Sue. Anybody that signs up gets a free financial coach, and they're literally there to just help you with some of these things. And so as you get to the fourth rank in the company, they actually take a chunk of money and they send it to your debt of choice. It could be a school loan, a car loan, anything like that. I choose, and I think most of us choose, to have them put it towards an investment account. Because that way you can have things building and you can make interest on that as well. And they walk you through all of that too. So that's really, really exciting. As we close up, I'm just kind of curious, let's see who we have on here. For those of you that are interested in being a customer, I'm going to have the person that invited you on follow up with you the minute that we hang up. And they will get you started. So any kind of questions that you have about the products, I'm also going to be available for any private three-ways or anything like that. So let me see if there's questions here. Do the twists have any CBD? Yeah, it's very, I don't know what the percentage is, Vanna, but we'll find out. Oh, there we go. 50 milligrams. It's broad spectrum. Yep, no THC. There you go. There's no squirt, Vanna. It's actually powder. Really, really cool stuff. So it's way easier to figure out what you're getting. Okay, awesome. Yeah, Sue already got all that. Okay, perfect. So for those of you that are interested in getting started as a customer, the person that invited you on will go ahead and give you a call and kind of find out what you want to get started with. If you want to go after that cup, you want to get started on those savings on the sprays and the twist, then those are while supplies last, and our promos always sell out. And then for those of you that are curious, even like 1 to 2% curious, like, I'm curious what that is like about building from home, and will somebody walk me through how this works? Can I do it with a busy life? Yes. The answer is yes. And we will walk you through every step of the way. You can do spare time, part-time. Do I have your permission to get your phone number for those of you that are interested in the business from the person that invited you on? So they're going to be calling you. I would just love to have a personal conversation with you later today, so that we can kind of show you and map out what would your first week look like. And I absolutely love that part of this business. So I'd love to have permission to give you a call and just have a personal one-on-one with you. So everybody else, if it's not for you, just thank you so much for jumping on. I'm sure you know somebody that you could pass this information on to. But I really appreciate you guys joining us on this Saturday morning. And actually, I'll just stop it really quick. We were recording.